No, actually, for our nation, God, that was something that stood out to me, like
Yeah.
the correction of the black family,
Yes.
right? 1994 was my first rally, coming to and seeing, you know, uh, June 26, 1994, coming and seeing,
Yes.
God building with the earths and the earths taking care of the babies and babies being the greatest. Just seeing that family dynamic was left a large impression on me,
Yes.
and I think that that's important, like the family unit, and it's been, the separation of the family has been what has been the problem. So the solution is us coming back together, putting the pieces of the puzzle putting the pieces of the family back together.
Yes.
And how many brothers and sisters you have?
I have 3 physical brothers and 1 physical sister.
Okay.
Yes.
And they all are part of the culture. And,
Yes, yeah, they're all part of the culture.
right. And so, what was that experience like in terms of like growing up with siblings who had? Are you the oldest or the youngest?
I'm literally the middle child.
The middle child. Okay.
But I was raised kind of as the oldest, because I pretty much took responsibility for my younger brothers. My older brother and sister, they was doing their thing.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, so even though I'm the middle child, I'm still sort of considered the oldest to my brothers.
You took the responsibility.
Yes, yeah. Like my brother and sister did for me. So
okay,
right, my turn.
So but I explained in terms of like, did y'all choose it around the same time, or did you like you talk about like choosing it from yourself?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like did that happen around the same time, or like at different points in time, or?
It was definitely at different points. My sister, she's 3 years older than me, so she started studying before I did. But me and her, we built up the culture, but we didn't really like go through degrees and things like that or spring mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got a physical who's about a year younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
That's my brother who pretty much would go through degrees every day, before we go to rest, wake up in the morning. Then I have my old dad. As soon as you woke out the room, you hit rest of the days to read mathematics. So before I left the house at the time, I had built with 2 or 3 people about degrees or the day's math. And that actually was a very, very big help. So by the time I got amongst the nation, I was kind of prepared from inside the home, as you were just building about how the family unit is very vital to what happens. So I was well prepared.
No, that's peace.
The funny thing is though, even though my brother picked up studying after me, he now is 120 sooner than me.
Your younger brother?
Yeah, my younger brother. Yes, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So what was that like? Well, how did you respond to that?
Yeah, it was actually good. So yeah, so we was able to build. So we was always taught to teach what you know. So we was able I would build on my understanding, he would build on the knowledge. So we was able to succinctly, build with us and build with our peers.
Right.
That was peace.
So, and how was that dynamic with your old dad? Because him having it, and I'm sure he was proud to see y'all picking it up. But what was that dynamic? At least from your perspective.
That dynamic was very necessary. I think raising young men and women in any environment, but especially in the city, urban areas, the children need something to kind of be rooted and anchored in that can be shared with the family. Because you have, a lot of youth say going out looking for family, but the family that they find outside, they seldomly can bring it back into their homes. So having this inside the home and outside the home was very unique. And my old dad could tell me things in ways that I could understand it, and he made sure that he didn't leave like mysteries out there. So let me give you an example. Growing up, when I would question my old dad, like, what does this word mean? What does that word mean? He would always send me to the dictionary. He wouldn't just give me answers. I didn't understand when I was younger. To the point where sometimes I should be like, yo, why don't you just tell me? Let's say the word was, I'm reading something, and I say, I see a word I don't understand. I'm saying, like, Dad, what's this word mean? And he's like, well, I told you I use the dictionary. You can look it up in the dictionary. I will look it up. But throughout that process, I learned many years later that now I know how to do my own research, and I'm happy to do it. So my old dad was able to give me different lessons that was able to carry me throughout the rest of my life, that was rooted in 120 degrees for your mathematics through the knowledge.
Right. Now that's interesting. You said making you go do your own research.
So it's a baby, yes.
And how important that is in doing your own research. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just providing the answers. And because as we building, I'm just thinking about like how that, you give the answers to somebody just like that. They don't necessarily appreciate it as much as when they go and dig for themselves. And when they dig for themselves, they hold on to it. They retain it more. Whereas opposed to you give it to them, it's just like, oh, I got that. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's a note to take in terms of like raising families, like helping the child to do their own research. So they can see it for themselves as opposed to you give it to them. They don't appreciate it as much.
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mecca did this.